How's it going, everybody? Starwin here with another marathon submission. Today will be a co-op run of Monster My Pocket for the NES. It'll be me and Mr. Gygus Blues himself doing this run. So Monster My Pocket, for people that don't know, it was like a 90s toy for boys, and it had like a very short-lived cartoon show. This is just a 2D platformer, side-scroller, kind of like Ninja Turtles, made by Konami. So it's got that Konami charm and the really good music. One of us is going to be controlling the vampire. One of us is going to be controlling the creature. I'll be playing the creature or the monster, whatever you want to call it. It's Frankenstein's monster. And then Gygus will be the vampire. What's really fun about this is me and Gygus have been working on this for like a year and a half, and we're just recently at the most recent GDQ, so what was it, SGDQ 2025, finally got a run together. Even though we have tried to do this at multiple GDQs, we just never actually sat down and did it. But we finally did it this year, and we're really happy to be able to submit this and show it off to everybody. Run's really just focusing around lag reduction and, killing bosses really fast. And then, of course, we got to make it funny. Always got to make things funny. That's how I roll. So, all right, we're just going to go over our PB that me and Gygus had, which I think I need to skip ahead because pretty sure we messed up. All right. The jams. All right, here we go. 6 stages of monsters and pockets running around. All right. So again, the whole purpose of this game is, especially for the speed run, just get to the end of the stage, beat the boss, but for the speed run, we really are trying to focus on lag reduction. So many things get spawned in this game. Also, the whole premise of Monsters in My Pocket, it's just monsters that became tiny. So all the stages that we're going through are going to be like a bedroom, a kitchen, a sewer, because there's always has to be a sewer level because it's NES. Both monsters have the same attack. They just have this like swinging like projectile punch, like close range projectile. There's no differences. I think the creature is like, or the monster is like a little bit taller. And here's one of the few times we get to do this in the game. We're running down a stairwell. I'm like, yeah, I can still run fast and crouch. It is funny. We just have iframes the entire time. And then right there, swinging in the air actually moves us forward a little bit more. So yeah, we're just really just trying to get off this screen as quick as possible so we can get that lag out of there. Now we're fighting Grant from Castlevania 3. Pretty simple boss. And me and Gygus are kind of bullies. We always have to be bullies to the boss. Right? Take that, loser. Mwah, mwah, I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Just get ready for a lot of that. So, score actually kind of plays a very important role. Or the points. 500 points get you life, and then it's like 2,000 points after that. Officially in the rules, if a player does game over, the run is void. Even if, like, you do have the ability to take each other's lives. But them's the rules. What are you going to do? Thankfully, we don't do that because we are pro gamers. So a lot of times, Gygus will be taking the front and moving forward. And I'll be staying to the back to, like, eliminate enemies from the back to reduce more lag. Kitchen's kind of one of the more annoying areas. So all these guys from the back are spawning with axes. And then right about here, I'm going to get through this part. I'm actually going to fall down, take care of these guys while Gygus keeps moving forward. That way we're not losing, like, any time. And then he just has to wait a split second for me. Actually, he didn't wait at all. Perfect. That's how it should be. All right. Second boss, Ben and Jerry. Here he is. And we're trying to do this hop attack. You actually can, like, jump. You can jump and attack at the same time, and as you're falling, you can attack again. So it's like getting 2 hits in one jump. That's how you optimize. Take that, Ben and Jerry. Wee. Wee. Sorry. It's fun. It's way more fun than it should be, but God, is it fun to do that. All right, already stage here. There's only 6 stages in this game. Again, Giygas is going to be taking the lead right here. He's going to take those 2 health points. He took a little bit too much damage right there. Got to watch out for the golf balls. Yeah, now we're just like on a street. And I just hit 500 points, so I have an extra life. And there's Giygas' extra life. Now, getting 2,000 points, usually what happens, because we're both like hitting enemies, usually it's only one person that gets the next life. All right, right here is really important. We're trying to line each other. We're trying to line each other up right here, because we're trying to keep the screen in a very specific position. And when we did this run, Giygas gets hit right there, and we thought we screwed it up, but thankfully I kept the screen position where it needed to be. So what happens is it actually despawns a bunch of enemies spawning right here, and then more importantly, we're going to jump on, I guess, a bottle cap or a battery or something. This actually prevents these shrimp enemies jumping out of the water. If that were to happen, the shrimps, every time they jump out of the water, they fly at you. If one of the monsters is off the platform, it stops moving. So since we get the despawn, we don't have to deal with that. Now we're at the boss. This is probably the lamest boss in the game, just because it's just so much health. And right here, we're just using our health bars, trying to just take, do as much damage as possible. A 1 cycle is possible, bam, but you have to be so quick. Now, see, we were like 3 hits off. Oh, we're gonna dance. Let's dance. Yeah. Blah, blah. And one big thing in this game, too, when we're like fighting bosses like that, you don't want to mash the attack. It's actually slower. You actually have to time the repetition of your attacks. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. God, this game has so many good jams. All right, a little bit of an auto-scroller right here. Giygas is going to be paying attention to the enemies that are up top. I'll be paying attention to like the ones in the middle and on the bottom. I guess technically we share the middle, because if the ones on the bottom I can't hit, but they're always going to circle around, and then Giygas can hit them from the back. Now we have to deal with these chain enemies. These guys are really, really annoying. They have a good amount of health. Pretty sure in like the record they don't even bother like killing these guys. They actually just jump around them. But man, is it like... This game is already super laggy as it is, so it's really, really difficult to get like optimal strats done. And since the game lags so much, this is one of the notorious parts where the game drops a lot of inputs. Like right there, Giygas didn't get a jump. You could totally tell. Like he just kind of went left and right and didn't get a jump. So on spots like this, it's really important that we try and stay together. And jumping together can be really important. Stupid lion enemies. Thankfully, this game does give you a lot of health. And even with if a game over does happen, the game gives you continues. So, in terms of difficulty scale, I don't think this game is too difficult for a casual player. A lot of people think most NES games are just super difficult, but this is definitely one that could, be played by anybody. It's a lot of fun, too. Alright, stage 4 boss. Crane Gremlin. So pretty much he comes down, and he's going to come from, I think, the left? Yeah. And then right there, I'm trying to chase him as he's running away. Right there, he always will go to the left. We're just going to take the damage. And that's the Crane Gremlin. Ah! I love you. I can't. I can't, dude. It's too funny. Oh, man. All right, stage 5. Stage 5 song is also a banger. Banger of a track. But yet another stage where there's so many things you have to deal with. Yeah, unfortunately, we took way too much damage in the beginning of this stage. Those are probably the scariest jumps in the game, just because double jump can be so unreliable with all the lag. And then we take damage boost right there. We do get some health right here, thank goodness. I'm still sitting at 4 lives. Gygus has 3. Like we're in a good spot. And I think I lose my first life right here, which is fine. As long as we both don't die. Because now I have full health and Gygus can get the hearts. Alright, right here we grab this screw. Screw's really good. And me and Gygus are just going to take turns throwing it. Because right here there's these like manticore kind of enemies that take multiple hits to kill, but the screw just eliminates them immediately. They also shoot like a crazy projectile path. They're like World 8 Hammer Brothers. They're really annoying to deal with. And then right here, just deal with these guys popping out. We're almost at the stage 5 boss. Dun, 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 dun. God, this song's so good. Alright, you can make an argument this being the most frustrating boss in the game, because it's all RNG. The real witch, or whatever she is, will just appear in one spot. And then me and Gygus are pretty much, like, calling it out. It's like, if we hit her, we need to, like, move immediately to the spot where she's gonna be. And... oh! Thankfully, 3 cycles not bad. I think optimal is like 2. And then, see, I'm super close to getting a 1-up. But, thankfully, we are doing so good that we're not going to need it. Alright, final stage. It has some of the more annoying enemies, and then also we have to do a Mega Man-style boss rush. And then fight the final boss. So we're going to have the ceiling right here with spikes, and the floor is going to start moving up. And what we're actually going to do, we're actually just going to damage boost into the spikes, because that allows us to keep moving. And I think optimally, you just have the ceiling go up twice, but unfortunately we had bad enemy positioning right there. And we both take a death, which is fine. Run is still really, really good. Then we have Ghidorah from Godzilla. Gygus showing the pro strat of, like, you're able to, like, jump and attack, and for some reason, like, you just don't get hit by the laser. It's such a crazy strat. Alright, and then we're going to have yet another auto-scroller. A lot of the stage towards the end is just an auto-scroller. So we're just going to be goofing off. And I'm going to prio taking out the center enemy and the left enemy, because they give 25 points apiece, and I'm literally 1 enemy away from having another extra life. So one of us... The way you have to play this game, especially if you're losing lives, is the person that has the most life has to, you know, become the tank sometimes for bosses. Like, they're able to risk some of their health because they, you know, have a higher life count. Which we'll see in this boss rush right here. Alright, this is like the wackiest track in the game, but it still goes hard. And we're gonna dance to it, because we always do. All right, here's Grant, and honestly, he gets bullied. That boss just isn't isn't good. Yeah, so here we just start spamming the D-pad and going crazy. All right, Ben and Jerry. Doing the same strat. The boss fight doesn't change, you know. Try to get the double jump attack pulled off, which that was a really, 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 really quick fight. I know when we had a PV before this, it was a lot slower. All right, so this is probably going to be a spot where I'm just going to probably take a death. I'm just going to sit here and just tank the boss. Yeah, but you can one-cycle them if, like the record holders and second place times, like, they're monsters, man. They can eliminate that boss so quick. All right, next is the Crane Gremlin. Having a good time, just mashing. Yeah, thankfully these bosses don't change. Just, it's the exact same fight. Same patterns, too, for the most part. Especially with this guy. This guy just, it never changes. There we go. One hit away. How unfortunate that we had to lose time to doing another cycle. All right, got to ride the elevator one more time. And now we got to fight the Witch. And of course, she's in an annoying spot. And yeah, her attack can be kind of lame. If you get hit by a projectile, it freezes you, and you're just guaranteed to, you know, take damage. So, usually you kind of want to get a 2-cycle. 2 cycles good. 3 cycles, okay. Alright, I was the one with the most lives. But honestly, that's kind of an optimal death, because now Gygus is able to get all that health. And now we fight Warlock, the final boss of the game. So he does the same attack every single time. He'll float up, teleport, appear, and then shoot a lightning bolt. Which can be kind of annoying to deal with, because I think it targets the person that's the closest. And what we're trying to do when we're fighting him is we're doing the double hit attack. We're trying to, like, jump, hit, and then jump again. Like, we're trying to abuse, like, our double jump and our hits. And, yep. There he goes. Yeah, celebrate. Wow. Wee. Game good. Bleh. Game not good. Bleh. Alright. But why haven't we stopped the timer yet? You defeated your arch rival, the sinister Warlock. Peaceful days will now return to vampires and monsters. Isn't vampires monsters too? Or like, are they just trying to say like all monsters are Frankensteins? What's this on the Konami television? Whoa! Guile from Street Fighter. Oh, never mind. That's a Warlock, as we say surprisingly. I'm gonna take over the world, and then tiny little baby monsters like are gonna prevent that. That's hilarious. I'm way stronger than you expected. It's like, so you're gonna fight me while you're in the TV? What? Yep, true final boss. So all Warlock does here is he spawns these 2 creatures that have way too much health. And we're just trying to double jump and hit them twice. And that's it. It's like a 1746, 45, one of those. Greatest ending ever. I sure hope that was the final battle. Yeah. Okay, we watch Konami TV now. All right, that's Monster in My Pocket. Great 2D side scroller. Anybody should play this game. It's a good time with a friend. Fun speed run, really quick. Perfect for NES block. We'll make sure to make it very hilarious with our commentary, as we tend to do. And since this is a Gygus Blues game, you'll probably see Buffalo Boone on the couch. You know how crazy that can be. So, but all right, that's Monster in My Pocket. I've been Starwin. Gygus Blues has been the vampire, and we hope you accept this into your marathon. And we will see y'all in the next submission video. Take care, everybody.